How do you find a divorce lawyer? I'm going to tell you how I went about it when I was going through my divorce last October. And if anyone has other suggestions, please do leave them in the comments so we can help the girls out. The first thing I did when I was trying to find a divorce lawyer was ask friends, family, coworkers if they knew anyone that they would recommend, or if they knew, let's say, a lawyer who practiced some other kind of law, if that lawyer knew any divorce attorneys that they would recommend. I also Googled divorce attorneys / family law attorneys in my area, and I specifically looked at their Google reviews and ratings, read their websites to gauge like how professional they were, if people were happy with their service, like to gauge the vibe overall to determine if we were going to be a good fit. And then based on what I saw online, I scheduled consultations with attorneys to see what they were like in person and to get kind of like a feel for the advice that they would give me based on my personal situation. And this step's really, really important, to actually meet with them and see if you jive in person and what their service offerings are, because for my attorney, there were kind of 3 different levels of service that I could have gone with. So it was helpful to just have her explain everything to me. And as someone who is completely unfamiliar with the legalities of divorce, being able to sit down and chat with someone and ask questions as they came up was very, very helpful. Obviously, rates and your budget are an enormous factor in hiring an attorney. So my suggestion would be, like, obviously talk about what they charge on an hourly basis. And then once you figure out who seems to be the best fit for your situation in terms of like how you connected and what your budget is and what they charge, proceed forth with hiring whoever the best fit for your scenario may be. And if you have financial barriers to where you can't hire an attorney on your own, I was very lucky. My mom helped me pay for my attorney fees. She paid the majority of them, and then I started to cover them after the initial retainer was spent through. I know women's shelters in the area have resources that you can look into as far as like pro bono attorneys or like discounted services. If you have a university in your area, it might be looking into to see if they have any like grad students who are looking to get experience, who might be hireable at a nominal fee. And again, Google is your best friend. Whenever I don't know how to do anything, I just Google until I figure it out, which is really overwhelming sometimes and does take a lot of time and does feel like going down an Alice in Wonderland style rabbit hole of information. But like that's what you have to do to figure out, and I am sitting here sharing this with you to give you more context as to how to go about these things so it's not as overwhelming for you as it was for me. Good luck.